This song is just so lovely. Oh, kia ora and welcome. My name's ZoeStibi and I'm your vocal coach for today. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Selena Gomez and Blanco with Sunset Boulevard. I love Selena's voice. Blanco is like a musical genius, so let's see what she's up to with her vocal technique.
You're my cherry pie. I don't care who knows it. Love me till I die. Bury me with roses. I know you're awfully shy, but I can't wait to hold it, to hold that big, big heart, with open arms, holding you.
Oh, I like that. I like that. You're thinking like, oh, what's she gonna say? So we've got this very like I'm listening to the lyrics. I'm listening to everything. So we've got this. So we've got the none to knows it and snap. Selena, we've got the same microphone. So this microphone picks up a very, very, very small signal. So that's going to be like probably doubled in the background. You've got to put a lot of sound into these things to make like a good amount of sound at the end. So what I want you to think about is being like, you can see the lips are very, very close to the microphone, which this thing stops all this soft bit stops all of the P's and the K's and the T's and things. But that really increase in the breath is the way in which we create that sound. The vocal folds are slightly open. Let's just go back on that.
You're my cherry pie. I don't care who knows it. Love me till I die. Bury me with roses. I know you're awfully shy, but I can't wait to hold it, to hold that big.
And you can hear to hold that big. And then she goes into her chest voice, big, I don't care to hold it. I would say that's almost a falsetto sound there. We've got sort of like a definite stiffening of the vocal. I don't care to hold it. We've got like a loss of the we would call it the core of the sound, which is created when the vocal folds touch. Well, when more of the vocal folds touch, we should say, that's when we really start to get the resonance coming in. So I don't need to hold it. And it sounds like it's a really breathy sound, but we're not pushing a whole bunch of breath. We're actually holding back the breath, because you can see there, Selena, she's looking chilled as a cucumber. She's not really having to work very hard at that sound.
I know you're awfully shy, but I can't wait to hold it, to hold that.
But you can see there actually, but I can hold it. So maybe actually she's working harder to keep the larynx in a higher position in order to create that sound.
Big, big heart, with open arms, holding you naked, middle of Sunset Boulevard, making you famous, everyone's watching. Your skin, concrete, they call it the police. Open arms, holding you naked, middle of Sunset. Just so good it hurts.
So, oh, you can just see it's just such a, oh, I really like that for them. It's so, so nice. They just, oh, I love that little look that she just gave him. So we've got this Boulevard, holding you naked. That's what I'm talking about with better vocal fold closures. We've got that holding you naked, and then she's flipping up, allowing the vocal folds to Boulevard. And so you don't need to actually bring in a whole bunch of volume in order to make that sound. You're looking at a little bit more of that larynx tilt, which is when we pretend that the sound is really unfair. Holding you naked, middle of Sunset Boulevard. So This is just like such a lovely finessing between those stiff vocal folds and those thin vocal folds. So, so beautiful. But the way in which we create this sound is by really, really learning about how to close and open the vocal folds really separately from the pitch, but also separately from the tongue movement, from gaining all of this tension and things like that that might be happening in the body. So check out the link in the description below so that we can discuss your vocal goals in a free discussion call if you're interested in learning more about how to control these parts of your voice.
Just dip your toes in. I want that big, big, hard, hard, with open arms, holding you naked, middle of sunset.
Oh, the song is just so lovely. I mean, I do really like the play on the words, but it's just really, really nice because you can't, as much as I don't really partake in the whole watching of celebrities and things like that, you can't help but hear what goes on in their worlds. And, it's just so nice to see two people that are just, from what I've seen in interviews, just really, really lovely people finding each other. So when we've got this, you can see there Selena's face really changed when she got into that serious moment of also what she was singing. And I love it because she's not overdoing it with the facial expression, but she's saying it with a degree of truth. And that's really where we want to get with anything, that we relate it to ourselves when we are singing it. I want you to think about specific situations where songs like this would apply to you, so you can actually, you don't have to try and like act your way through the song. So that's actually not that high. Pain and it hurts. Let's just double check the pitching. I do not have perfect pitch. That was an absolute fluke. I just hit the A. I have to think about the A3 below middle C. And I'm just blown away. So we got, good, it hurts. Now, this is where a lot of people get really confused because they start to go, oh, that's my head voice instead of my chest voice. I would call this definitely thinner vocal folds. It's so good, it hurts. Sounds quite a lot higher with an increase in the breath flow. If you were thinking of getting this down to your chest voice, you're so good, it hurts. But I feel like it would lose that sensitivity that the song is kind of bringing in it. And then you really want that big, you're wanting to get into more of that chest voice sound when you're going into the pre-chorus. So you're so good, it hurts. And she's got a little bit of that slack onset coming in there as well.
Before you, I kept my mouth wide open, praying and hoping that you quench my thirst. Not just dip your toes in, I want that big.
So yeah, not just dip your toes in. Again, flipping into that falsetto sound. And then we've got more vocal fold. Not just dip your toes in again. And that's a really great way to transition then into that more full voice sound for that pre-chorus.
Big, hard, hard, with open arms, holding you naked, middle of sunset, boulevard, making you famous, everyone's watching. Your skin, concrete, they're calling the police. Open arms, holding you naked, middle of sunset. I just wanna touch it, try your hardest not to bust it. Gimme how I love it. Hey, I just wanna touch it, try your hardest not to bust it. Gimme how I love your big, big heart. Older you naked, middle of sunset.
Oh, I love the play on words. It's just so, and you go, da, 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 da. Obviously that's getting, excited about. We had quite a breathy sound there. Let's just go back into this section here.
So open arms, holding you in the middle of sunset. I just wanna touch it.
So, middle of sunset. Again, quite a lot of good, it's good vocal foreclosure there, just with a small amount of breath coming through. That's something you really want to practice, that you're going, middle of day. And then you can go, middle of sunset and middle of sunset. So you're going through those three sort of different voice qualities that you'd want to be using for the sound, because this is really where kind of the technical prowess comes in of singing, or whether we're really looking at practicing all of the different sorts of sounds that we can make, and not just really focusing on one or the other. But when we're doing any type of exercise, always going through lots of them. And that's exactly why down in the description below, I have a free vocal warm-up for you. And I would want you to do that as well, going through it with a breathy sound, a non-breathy sound, and in a full voice, more chest voice sound. And I can help you access that down below as well.
I just wanna touch it, try your hardest not to bust it. Gimme how I love it. Hey, I just wanna touch it, try your hardest not to bust it. Gimme how I love your big heart. Older you naked, middle of sunset boulevard, making you famous, everyone's watching. Your skin, concrete, they call it police. Open arms, holding you naked, middle of sunset.
Oh, that's so lovely. That's so lovely. So we've got that again, pretty much a very similar vocal quality right at the end. Middle of Sunset Boulevard. And you kind of heard that touch it. You kind of she went from a breathy sound in that. So touch it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the words really. She brought the vocal folds together there. She was going into more of a full sound. And I think that's just a really beautiful example of how we don't always need to really over sing things. So we would call something where she would go, middle of Sunset Boulevard. That was also a huge fluke. I really don't have perfect pitch. That was just a complete fluke. I just hit an A because I was on the original A, and usually when you go into the chorus, it jumps up the octave. Boulevard. This would actually be quite good if you were wanting to actually work on that chest voice sound. I just honestly wouldn't really consider it to be it's a good song to practice it. It just would be totally inappropriate for kind of the feel of the song. You would have to change the style, in my personal humble opinion. You'd have to change the style of the song if you were really going to go and start over singing it like that. I think this kind of sensitive, breathy sound is really where it's at. But those are sort of things that you really want to discover with your voice and kind of find out what really fits your sound. And that's why in the link in the description below, at my online singing school, the Vocal Academy, the main thing that you are going to get is you're going to know exactly what to practice through trainings plans like this. So if you want to sing the song, I will point you in the direction of what you can practice, how you can practice it, and how you know that you're doing it right. And the most important thing is that when you submit your videos for me to have a look at, I'm going to give you personalized feedback in a video just like this one, showing you what you could be doing better and how you can continue practicing. Because you could search for hours and hours and hours on YouTube and not know if what you're doing is the right thing for your particular voice. It's really about getting individualized feedback, and that is why I created a program to give you exactly that. So I would love to see you in the Vocal Academy. We are currently accepting new students. Well done, Selena and Benny. I cannot wait to have a look at more of these live performances. Which is your current favorite live performance of Selena? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Have an awesome rest of your day. And just remember, honestly, anyone can learn to sing. You just have to have the tools to learn how to do it. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you to learn how to move this fabulous instrument of yours. Check out some more Selena up here, and I'll see you around next time. Happy singing. Ka kite anō.